Welcome everybody to the golf club, where Libo and I are going to take you guys through some tips and tricks on how to play golf virtually. Libo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. So we're going to show you some tips and tricks just like Jacob said. And I guess we'll start off with me on hole number 1. I guess we're going to go, you can either go tree wood or driver. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to go driver. I'm probably going to roll a little too far. But let's just try to get a consistent swing. Perfect. And like I said, we flew the green, which was not great. But if I did go tree wood, I would have been short.
So I'm actually going to try the tree wood and see where I end up as an experiment for science.
Do it for science.
Perfect. I think I'm closer to the flag, but on the fairway. So you be the judge of who's in a better position. I'm 17 yards away. Libo is 24 yards away.
So I'm a pretty bad lie.
So he gets to go first. Bad lie in the rough. He's got to schmeck it, chip it on. Ooh, but he got pretty close.
Decent little chip there.
So I got a little bit of lie. So I'm going to go a little bit to the right. And if we go... Yeah, I'm going to club up once because that little downhill curve there is scaring me a little bit. So let's go and chip it on. Perfect. Oh, damn. I did not expect that bounce. That was my bad. And that was a terrible shot. So don't do that.
Don't take his advice.
I'm going to do this again. Since it's downhill, I'm going to tap it lightly. And the lines are moving that fast. So I'm going to go right about there. And give it a nice little tap. And let it roll. Ooh!
Lips it out.
Man. But yeah, we'll put yourself in good position just to par it. So let's see if Libo can get the birdie here. And
beautiful.
So he will take the 1-stroke lead. As I just tap it in.
Like I said, the main thing is trying to get consistent with your drive, trying to make sure your swings are even. Another good thing you can do is practice your lofting and your de-lofting to help you get to the hole as close as you can. So hole number 2 here, we got a pretty open area. We're just going to schmack the driver as close to the hole as possible. Kaboosh. And perfect.
This one looks pretty safe.
We should be in a decent spot right here at 295 yards.
Alright, let's see if we can outdrive his ass. We got some wind. I don't know why they want us to go 6-iron. Why the hell would we do that when we can just go drive and smack it all the way down? And schmack. Perfect as well.
This looks pretty safe.
Are we gonna outdrive his ass? Oh, yeah, we did. 296. What a loser.
25 yards out.
Alright, so we're in a decent position here. Again, we want to, if we go up on that hill, we can hit that bunk and it's going to roll down, or we can be safe and go on the green. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and aim basically right where that hump is because that wind should take it. I'm going to de-loft just a tad, that little hump, and try to be as perfect as possible. So we got a decent shot, but again, it did roll down because of that hump. So
alright, we got that little hump. Ooh, if we go up, okay, so let's try to go. I'm gonna aim a little bit to the left of the hole because there's a little bit of a wind. Loft it slightly and then give it a nice schmack. Perfect. Ooh, and we going. Oh, beautiful shot there.
So now we have a pretty tough lie because we're up the hill. I can either putt or I can actually chip it closer to the hole, which I think I'm going to do. And chip that one right there at least because my putt would be garbage. So now for birdie, we're in a better position. And I'm going to miss it anyway because my putts have been off. Jacuzzi for the putt. Eagle putt and Jacuzzi with the eagle.
Lead.
That was a very bad chip. I was trying to get closer, but that didn't work.
Nice
and we're chipping it in for par.
Ooh, putt tree.
All right, hole number 3, Jacuzzi.
Okay, it's our club's already pretty good. I think I'm just gonna go right about there. Let's loft it a bit so it takes the wind a little more. Perfect shot. As we're looking at it from above, we're a little bit to the right, but that's still a pretty good putting position.
So another great tip is when you were about to play this game, you can choose from 3 different settings for your clubs. So you can either have the rookie ones, I think there's like a medium, and then there's like an expert club choice. Choose which one you feel most comfortable with. Me and Jacob are playing in the medium clubs, as I'm a little bit closer to the holes.
Nah, I should have hit it harder. Damn.
Jacuzzi's putting like Libor with his Tiger King pants.
4 feet to the hole, you can do this.
Jacuzzi's half zebra, half tiger.
Meanwhile, in world news, I heard Carol Baskin is getting control of Tiger King's zoo.
Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Shouldn't be pretty simple. So we got a tough spot. We can either go short right before the bunker and chip it on, or we can go a little further, probably go 4 hybrid a little bit to the right of it and see where we end up. Now I went fast, did not want to do that, ended up in the trees and ended up in the bunker. Beautiful.
Alright, let's see where we can go. If we go tree wood, yeah, I think I'm gonna aim. Ooh, this is a tough decision. You know, I think I'm actually gonna go over there because I think anything else would cause me to go into a bad zone. So that seems like it'll be pretty safe to me. So let's shamak it. Beautifully perfect over the tree. And we make it onto the fairway.
Alright, here we go. So we're gonna pitch it with the lob wedge. We're gonna loft it up just a bit. We're gonna smack. Perfect. And we're in a decent position. Maybe I lofted it a bit too much, but we're in a good spot.
Alright, we got a bit of a leftward lie, so we're gonna go right about like there, let's say. We got 22 yards to the pin, and I think I like where that's going. Let's gonna loft it up a little bit, but I like that spot right there. Boop, boop, boop. Let's stay. Okay, that's decent. We'll take it.
Alright, we're in a pretty tough lie here. I'm not great with these putts, so I'm gonna guess about there, and let's see where it ends up. Just a little wide. Not too bad though.
Not in the hole. And it's not moving too much, so let's give it a nice little tap there. I thought it was moving more than it was.
Here we go. Let's drop this.
Unfortunately. And let's just hit it a little bit harder to get it in, since we already know it's not moving. And take the par and leave.
So yeah, another great tip what you guys can try to do is make sure you focus on that wind. It really affects your gameplay and how where you're gonna end up shooting it. So we're actually gonna go tree wood here, a little left. The wind should take it just over that sand bunker, but it's gonna roll down, but we'll see where it ends up. I did go fast and it ended up in somewhat a decent position.
Got a nice bounce there.
Coming I did. Par on the last one. Let's see what happens here.
Definitely don't want to do that. 5 hybrid, 5 wood, tree wood. Yeah, let's aim right about at that little lip. But what is interesting? Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll go over there. I think if we get perfect with the bounce, we'll be happy. Which we got the perfect. We're heading straight on. We get the bounce. Alright, that's... Ooh, but we did roll down. That's what I was afraid would happen. But I think we might be able to get a ridiculously good putt.
Let's sand wedge it and let's chip it about there. And let's see where it ends up. Alright, beautiful chip. Close enough.
Alright, well, we got intense green right here. So we're going to aim pretty far right. And also we have a little bit of a hill. So we're going to have to give it a little bit more oomph to get up that hill. Oh, it's looking good. Oh, okay, we made it close though. I'll take it. We'll take it. Beautiful setup putt there.
3-footer here.
Very nice par position for both of us. So we'll both just go ahead, tap it home. Take the par position, I should say, bird position.
That gimme position.
We got tree for Libo and Jacuzzi.
Alright, another good thing to focus on is your lie. So right now, obviously when you're driving off, you don't have a bad lie, but you also have to make sure where you're aiming. On the fairway, you can clearly see the fairway sloping leftward, so I'm going to aim more right anyway because of the wind. And I'm going to smack it.
Nice,
and you'll see it's going to roll left because of that lie. Let's see how Jacob ends up with his shot.
Okay, we have tree 74. I'm actually going to go driver. Aim a little bit towards the rough. Might even aim more towards the rough. Yeah, I think I'm going to go try and get that icon right there in the middle. A little bit more to the left. And smack it, but I know the wind's going to take it a little bit. Hopefully get the nice bounce. Ooh, it's going to be a close one, but I think we'll get the bounce. Oh, we did not. So we ended up staying in the light rough, but luckily it was light rough and not rough rough. So Libo's got a better position, even though I made it farther, because he's got some easier grass to hit it off of.
So now you guys see the lie sloping left and it's sloping down. So that means I'm going to hit the ball further because it's sloping down, and I'm going to hit it left because it's sloping left. So I have to lift my loft up, and I have to make sure I aim a little bit more right than usual because of that lie. Now we got a decent swing, could be worse, and we ended up in an alright position.
Nice.
Alright, we have just a little bit of a lie to the right, which is actually nice because it'll correspond with the wind. Since we're in light rough, the baiting, yeah, you know what, actually I'm going to go up to a sand wedge and loft it up a lot. This way I'm hoping it carries with the wind a bit more, ends up flapping about right next to the hole with very little
nice
bounce, and it's a nice shot.
All right, 17 feet. We got a pretty easy green. Hopefully we can make this. I think that should be enough. Let's see what happens. I think that was a little bit too much there because my putting has been trash the last few days.
12 footer. Green's not moving a lot, so I think I'm just gonna aim slightly to the left of the hole, so just in case it's too much, it'll still roll in. And no, I moved too much anyways.
All right.
The
Let's
most
tap that
difficult
in.
thing about these greens is that when the lines start moving slower, it's very hard to judge how slow they're moving. Whether it's virtually nothing or enough to affect your ball, it's just something you gotta kind of, you know, go with some trial and error, play with the greens a little bit and see what works.
All right, par 5 on this hole number 7. We just got clear drive, so we're just gonna drive that puppy right there. I went a little fast, but it's all right. We'll take it. Should be in a decent area as we are on the fairway.
Okay.
Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. Driver, aim a little bit to the left with the wind. Smack, perfect. Perfectly in the middle of the fairway, so if there was a deer there, we would probably hit him.
And from here,
You gotta insert meme here.
we're 70 yards out.
Let's go a little bit to actually. And if we club down, yeah, let's club down one because the wind's taking it slightly upwards. Go to the left about there, loft it about halfway, and smack it. Alright, nice. We should be to the right of the hole now. A little bit more right than I would have wanted, but we'll take it as we're on the green, putting for eagle.
All right, 162 yards, and as you guys can see, there's a little arrow showing that it's 14 feet higher than I actually am. So that means I have to club up a bit, and I'm going to loft up a bit as well. That way it doesn't go too far. With this wind being at 6 miles an hour, that should be in a decent spot. Let's see where it ends up. I went a little fast. I think this might be, way too short. I should have not lofted up. See, I misjudged that hole. That's just what happens. You just got to do a little bit trial and error, just like Jacob said. But I'm pretty decent out of the sands with my flops. So let's see where I end up there. Decent shot right there.
Alright, we're going for the eagle. It's a slow green, but we are pretty far. So I think I'm gonna go between the first line. Actually, let's go for the first line. We'll aim right for the first line. It's about, what is it, 29 feet away, and let's give it a nice little schmack. Just slightly to the left.
Just wide. Dude, like I said, that was me every putt.
But that was close enough to get the birdie.
Oh my god. See, that's what happens. I don't take time with my putts. I guess part of what's gonna be.
Decent little putt.
And Jacuzzi's gonna take the lead because I just gotta tap in.
And a decent little putt to end this one.
All right. See, still little mistakes. That's the kind of things we're not great at. We just don't take our time and miss simple putts. But back here in hole number 8.
We got a par tree. It's looking like it's slightly elevated by 1 foot, so that shouldn't be too much to affect anything. So I'm actually going to club down from what it says because there is some wind. And I think I'll actually keep the loft where it's at because since I am moving a little behind it, might want it to bounce a little towards the hole. There we go. That should be a nice setup for a birdie.
So like you said, I'm going to club down as well. The wind should take it, but I'm going to, as from your shot, I'm going to loft down just a bit. Maybe we'll get that lucky roll.
Cheater.
And let's see where it ends up. Hey, just a bit closer. I should have locked it down a bit more.
Alright, so this is a slow green. I'm going to go right about there. I don't think it should affect it much. Perfect. Birdie.
Alright, like I said, I will move just a bit too. Let's tap it home. And... Can't make putts. Can't make those birdie putts.
Oh man, I love how you could hear your fucking controller smack with the recording. Where we got a bit of a curve, so we might not be able to go all the way with driver, because if we did, then we do run the risk of going through trees. So if I go tree wood, that looks safer to me, and the wind should take it slightly to the right. So let's aim right about there. Set up schmack, perfect, and right in the middle of that fairway, and we get over that little hill, but we might have a bit of a nice delay.
I'm trying to get a little closer, so I'm gonna go with driver, and I'm gonna actually hook it a little bit, and we'll see where it ends up, just because I need to up my score. But I did end up in the rough, light rough, as we say, which is still in a decent position. And
as I said, my lie is kind of ugly there, so I'm gonna have to go more to the left. And as we do have 3 mile-an-hour wind, I think I am gonna club up and loft it a lot, so hoping the wind takes this one, even though it's 77 yards. But we get a nice... Oh yeah, that was way too far. Shouldn't have clubbed up. It was a little bit too much. I was too close for the wind to affect it. Not strong enough wind. But oh well, we'll have to go with a nice little putt there.
So we're in a decent spot right here, actually. We're going to loft it up quite a bit because we are kind of far. With this lob wedge, we're going to pitch it up there. I think this should be in a decent spot. Let's see where it ends up. Alright, just a little closer than Jacob. We'll see how these putts go.
From here to the
Alright,
tough green, I
we
see.
got another downhill green, so I think I'm going to go right about there, because last time when we had a similar green, I was a little bit to the right of the line, and it did not go in. So let's give it a nice little tap. Oh, I didn't give it enough power, so it started over curving there at the end, but we'll set up for the par.
Finally making my putt. Getting within one to Jacob.
Par for him.
Let's go a little to the left just in case and sink the putt for par.
So here we go, 330 yards. We're just going to smack the driver exactly basically where it is. Maybe just a little bit more to the right because of that wind and that slope on the hill. We should have went maybe a little bit more because now we're in the rough. So maybe aiming a little bit more right would be necessary because of the slope.
Alright, tree 30 with tree. Yeah, I think that slope is going to be ugly, so we're going to stick more to the middle of the green. Smack it, perfect line down the middle. No problem on the fairway.
Alright, my turn out of the rough. I think I'm going to have to stay with the lob wedge, and I'm gonna have to pitch it up there. I'm just going to loft it up quite a bit and smack. Didn't get enough on it, lobbed it up a little bit too much, but we're in a decent spot.
Alright, we have a bit of a lie, so we're gonna move right. And that wind is moving left, so that should kind of cancel this out. But I think that's definitely the spot we want to go for, judging by where we're at. Maybe loft it up a bit. Yeah, let's give that a nice little schmeckle. We went fast, so it might go a little far, but we'll take that. We'll take that. It's puttable.
Alright, we're in a decent spot here to chip. We're just going to lob this up and do about a half swing. And we're in a decent prime position for a par putt.
We got another one of those downhills, but it's not as far, so we're going to go like right there. Give it a nice little tap. Oh, just skim past that hole.
Alright,
so let's finish it right here. Just tap it in.
Well done.
Alright, for par.
And in the hole.
Alright, hole number 11. Got an easy short putt hole here. I think the wind is going to take it a little bit much, so I don't think I'm going to club up. I might just de-loft a bit and just go for it.
This is looking decent.
This is looking pretty good. And we're in a pretty good spot.
Ooh, that's really nice. Really nice.
Par
All right,
on the
we got
last
a
one.
9
Let's see
iron
what
here,
happens
7 miles an hour. Likewise, I don't think I would go up, as the other one would cause me to go way too far. So we're just gonna go a little bit to the right there, loft it up a lot more so it plays with that wind. Perfect swing right there. Ooh, we on line for a good shot. Ooh, but the wind took a lot more than
Very
Libos.
nice. Looking at a
So
19-foot
we have
putt
a
from
bit
here.
of a further putt, and it's going to be uphill, so we have to give it a bit more oomph. Hopefully it affects the putt more, and we sink the beautiful 19-foot putt.
All right, this is a tough putt for me because I'm not great with these, but I think that should do. And like I said, it was way too much again. And for par, I guess we'll take it.
Well done.
Can't make these putts today.
Now,
All right, now we got a tree 51 par 4. Wants us to go right there, but we're gonna go over the hill. Go a little bit to the left, right about where the sand starts, so the driver and the wind will take it to the left.
Look at that tee shot.
And we'll make it onto the fairway nicely, and hopefully with a nice lie for a nice chip onto the green.
All right, watching that wind just like Jacob. We're gonna go over the hill with the driver and smack it.
Oh, liking this one.
Did we outdrive his ass? I don't even know. I can't see.
Yes, you did, because
Yes,
I'm
we
going
did.
first. So now we got a little bit of a lie, so we're going to the right. Wind should not affect it though that much, since we are only 66 feet away. So let's loft it up just to make sure it flops onto it nicely. Give it a nice little chip there. Perfect right there. Ooh, but it went to the left, so the wind did affect it more than I expected.
All right, we are in a decent spot. Strong wind, so we're not gonna club up. We're just gonna de-loft, but we do have a bad lie, so this is tricky. The wind's going one way, the lie's going the other, but I think the lie's gonna affect it more. So we're just gonna game perfectly in the middle and just smack. And we overdid it. That's all right. All right, for the bird. Now we gotta. Some people like to look at the green up close like this. I don't really find it effective, but I do see that it's sloping one way and then the other. So I'm basically going to aim it straight for the middle right there. Beautiful putt, 18-footer.
Ooh, nice
drops.
there. Alright, I got a jacuzzi footer right here. So we're going to go right about there. Give it a nice little tap. And we sink it because it's jacuzzi footer, so we can't miss those. Alright, hole number 13. 321 yards. Par 4, and we got another one that's curving, so I'm pretty sure if we go driver we hit the tree. I'm pretty sure even if we go tree wood we hit the tree. Maybe not actually, but I'm gonna play it safe and go 5 wood and let the wind take this one to the right.
Great contact.
All right, so let's see what I got over here. Tree wood it is, I think, for me. If I go driver, I can go driver and I'll just swing it. We ended up in a tough spot here. Try to risk it for the biscuit and we ended up in a bad lie.
So Libo's trying to risk it while I'm here playing safe. And we're about 76 yards away, wind pushing upwards, so we're going to loft it up a lot, and it's hopefully going to take it, land right next to the hole nicely. But since I did kind of move my finger to the right, it moved it a lot to the right, and we're not in the best position here.
So neither am I, because I have a bad lie, but I do have a decent flop opportunity here for the, and I'm also very far because of that lie. Beautiful. All right, I guess I'm chipping it back. I didn't realize the green sloped down. Let me say another great chip would be, look at your green, see how it's sloping, because clearly that one was sloping way too far.
Alright, and we got a putt opportunity. Oh, and as you guys can see, this is the first time where we're seeing the greens actually changing. So halfway through it's going to the left and halfway through it's going to the right. So it's looking like the first part is a little bit stronger, so I'm just gonna aim slightly to the right and hit a little bit harder since we are going uphill, and hopefully it takes it all the way. Bam! 37-footer, beautifully timed and beautifully called there for the bird.
Nice putt there, Jacob, as I tap it home for par.
All right, par 4 here, 378 here in TPC Boston. And we're gonna go all the way with the driver, move it probably right about there. Give it a nice smack, perfect. Hopefully gets nice over the hill, beautiful.
Alright, playing risky last hole didn't really help us, but we're still gonna go driver, right where Jacob is, and smack it perfect.
Liking that tee shot.
And we outdrove his ass.
5 yards.
Alright,
or
so let's
so
look at this
in
lie.
there.
We got a bit of a nasty lie. Not nasty, but not the best lie. But we also have some wind. So let's try and go. Yeah, let's go right there. Give it a bit of a loft so it kind of smacks right down underneath where we want it. I think we're going to be a little bit to the left, but I think we'll like that position. Nice.
Alright, so we are 92 yards. We're gonna aim a little right because we don't want to go down that slope just like Jacob. We are sloping a little right on the lie, so I think I'm gonna go back just a bit and loft it up just a bit because we are downhill a bit, and let's see where we end up. Alright, not too bad, kind of in a similar position like Jacob.
All right, 12-footer here.
We are a little bit further, but we do have a pretty tough lie. I think that should be fine. I think it's much again.
Unlucky footer.
And we got a 7-footer here. And greens kind of stopped sloping, so I'm just gonna go a little bit left, give it a small little tap and sink that birdie again. That's 4 straight birdies.
I can't make my birdies today, but I can make my par putts.
4 birdies in a row. Can we make it 5 here in the hole number 15 at TPC Boston? 307 yards. Ooh, okay, so this one's interesting. We can go driver, get pretty close, and then give it a nice chip. But I am actually going to go with the tree wood because I'm afraid if I go driver, it's gonna roll, and then I'm just gonna have to try and tap it over that little hill, and it will be hard to do with a club. So I am going to go tree wood because it's gonna be easier to chip onto it later. That's just my opinion. We'll see what Lebo does.
Ready? Let's put this drive in.
Alright, we might have to risk it for the biscuit. So I am going to go driver, and I am going to smack it.
There we go. That's looking good.
And we will be chipping from there.
Alright, looks like Libro's actually in a nice chipping position. I thought that would get us a little bit too close. We're going to lob it up a lot to make sure we take advantage of that wind. Damn, we went fast. But we're still in a pretty nice position, so we'll take it.
Alright, 19 yards. We're going to flop it. We're going to have to loft it up quite a bit. And schmeck. And we're further than Jacob, but that's alright. There wasn't really another option unless I chipped it, but it wouldn't be the best solution. And I think right there should be good. Let's smack it. And a decent putt there.
Footer.
Alright, 8-footer. Moving a little bit to the right there to go with the green. Ooh, and we didn't go right enough, unfortunately.
Here we go. 4.
So Lebo, that's the end of the birdie streak.
Well done.
Lebo takes that hole and he will start the next one.
Let's see par 3 over here on the hole number 16. We got +5 win. It's pretty difficult. You guys see that the green is sloping down in a way, so I think we will stay with the sand wedge. We're just gonna loft the shit out of it and go about there. Let's see what happens. It's looking pretty good. And we're in a very good spot
really
there.
Nice shot.
Almost had that hole in one.
Alright, so we are here, 104. Yeah, likewise, we're gonna have to stick with this. Go a little bit to the left, loft it up a lot, and I hope we stay. Ooh, I shanked it to the right there on accident with my hand, so we won't get as nice of a shot, but we're still pretty good. I'll still take that. For the fact that I shanked my hand there to the right, we'll take it. And green's barely moving, so we'll just give it a nice little tap and get that birdie.
All right, 4 feet, at least Shugget. All right, hole number 17. We're in a tough position here, but we will go tree wood right there. That should be good. Hopefully we don't hit that tree, and we don't. And we're in a perfect position right there for 240 tree.
Yeah, let's give her.
Alright, tree 29. Let's see what we can do. Likewise, we're going tree wood, aiming right about there. Shouldn't have a problem with that tree either. And we'll make it on there nicely to the right of Libor. Looks like we go in again. We're a little bit further. So we'll go a little bit to the right because the lie in the wind. And right about there should be nice. We're gonna loft it up a lot to make sure we get a nice little flop that just sticks right by the hole. Oh, and I think we will be happy with that one.
Alright, my turn to flop it on there. I think we're in a good spot right there. Should I go sand wedge or should I go lob wedge? I think we'll go lob, loft it up a bit. Actually, we won't, and we'll just smack it. We're a little further than Jacob, but we're still in a decent position.
Okay, let's see what you can do with his 8-footer.
8 feet schwager, and this is again a tough putt because of slope, but I think that should be good. And again, it's a bit too much, like always.
I'm gonna go a little bit to the right, give a nice little tap, and it'll roll in for the birdie.
Putt.
All right, 2 feet schwager to the hole and smack it.
Well done.
All right, final hole. So as long as I don't completely obliterate this hole, I should have the game in the bag. So Libor buying drinks at the clubhouse today. So we go aim right about there.
Had a successful outcome.
Oh, we went a little fast, so it's gonna go a little bit to the left, but we are sticking on the fairway, so we'll be happy with that shot.
On the last one. Let's see what
All
happens
right,
here.
going for that driver shot, right where Jacob is, and we'll see where we end
Shots
up.
looking good.
We're a little further because Jacob did go fast,
Okay,
but
sitting
we're in a
around
decent position here. 110 yards to the pin. I think we're in a good spot with this sandwich right there. We're just gonna loft it up a bit and let's see. It wasn't the best shot. It's going a little left. Don't want it rolling down, and of course it's gonna roll down anyway.
Yep, so we got a little bit of trick of the lie, but we'll go to the left. But we also don't want to go too far left to make sure we don't do what Libor just did. So I think we're gonna stick right about there. And loft it up a lot so it just smacks downwards. Perfect, perfect, nice little swing.
I think this is what's going for it.
Ooh, and we
ended up where
ended
I
up literally right where Libor is, a little bit further away. So we did what we didn't want to do, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So we'll just chip this one back up.
Tough line.
And okay, we'll take that. We'll take
Nice
that.
chip.
Nice little position right there.
All right, I have the same chip. We will go about there, loft it up a bit, and smack. And yeah, also a great spot.
Nice, nice.
He's putting
Just
this
gotta
one
tap him home.
forward.
All right, this putt for the birdie. A little bit of a tough green, as you guys can see, is moving down. Beautiful though, for the minus jacuzzi
About a
game.
3-foot.
All right, and I will end up with a -8. I can't get -38 on this, unfortunately. So I can't do the Libor number, but it's as close as it's
Look
gonna
it
get.
up.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something and kind of how we play golf. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.